Tesla's big 2025 spring software update was just announced, and I'm going to share with you guys what's all included so you'll know what to expect in your Tesla in the next few weeks, because there's some things in here that we've been waiting quite a while for. Starting with the adaptive headlights. So this says that high beams adapt to reduce glare for other drivers and cyclists. And here in the US and Canada, we are finally getting this feature. And what this is, if you don't know, your Tesla will selectively dim individual pixels of the headlight so you don't blind any drivers in front of you or any drivers coming on the opposite side of you. This one's super cool to see in action. If you're on the highway and you're driving this way and a car is on the opposite side coming towards you, you'll see your headlight dim towards that car so you're not blinding that driver, but the other headlights, all the other pixels are still super bright on the road in front of you, so it doesn't affect your vision at all, but you don't blind that driver, so that's very cool. Next, we're getting a blind spot camera on the driver's screen for the Model S and the X's. The 3, Y, and Cybertruck don't have this driver screen. We have the big computer in the middle. And if you turn your turn signal on, that's where you'll see your blind spot camera. And I guess here for the S and the X, now when you turn your turn signal on, you'll see your blind spot right in front of you on the screen, which is very convenient. And this next one has to be by popular demand, especially as of recently. You get a Dashcam update and the side camera recordings from the B pillars. So now, on your sentry modes, instead of 4 cameras recording, you will have the B pillars on both sides recording. So now you'll have 6 different angles if somebody or something comes near your car. And like I said, this has to be due to recent suggestions because of all the vandalism and attacks against Tesla. On your sentry mode with the 4 camera setup currently without that B pillar, if somebody walks in front of your car and then walks to the side of it, there's a blind spot in that front B pillar angle where you won't see them, at least up until right now, because now you'll have what should be a 360-degree view all around your car with these 6 cameras. Now next, we are also getting alternative trip plans. Again, a very highly requested feature, especially as of late. Looks like for now we get 3 options. We get the fastest, which offers the quickest route. We get best amenities, which prioritizes stops near restaurants, highly rated shops and restrooms. And then we get the fewer stops option as well. I feel like fastest and fewer stops are probably gonna be the same thing most of the time, but it's still cool to have options to choose from. Now, my favorite part about this one, Tesla mentions here, when viewing a charger location page, nearby restaurants, cafes, and shops within walking distance are displayed at the bottom, which is huge. On our road trips, we stop at superchargers based on what's around. If we want to go shopping, have a restroom, or go to lunch or something, we would have to go on the screen, search around the charger and see what we want to stop at or eat at. And now if we can just tap the charger and just see right there on that menu what's around, that'll be incredibly convenient. The next 2 are for Cybertruck owners. For Cybertrucks, we get Comfort Drive Mode and Autopilot, which will automatically put your Cybertruck into Comfort Drive Mode when Autopilot is engaged. And then now on Cybertrucks, we will get Lane Departure Avoidance. All Teslas have this already, I believe. I didn't know Cybertruck didn't have it, but now you guys in Cybertrucks will have Lane Departure Avoidance. And with the lane departure avoidance in the Cybertruck now, and all other models too, you can have it one of 2 ways. If you want it to just warn you if you're departing your lane, you can have it just do that and warn you. Or if you want it to assist you to stay in your lane, you can have it assist you as well. So it's pretty cool to choose between whether it just tells you or whether you want it to assist you with staying in your lane. Now this next one is a big one, at least for us. We get to save our trunk height based on location. So as you may or may not know already with Teslas, if you manually grab your trunk and put it to how high you want it to open, and then hold that trunk button, you'll hear a little beep sound after a few seconds. And then after that, every time you open your trunk, it will only open to that height that you set it at. But before this update, it was not location specific. So if you set it to open halfway, no matter where you were in your garage or out and about shopping or at a restaurant or wherever, it would only open halfway, which is kind of inconvenient if you open it halfway to not hit the roof of your garage. But then you go grocery shopping and it only opens halfway, you gotta kind of push it up. But now it looks like with location-based trunk opening, that won't be an issue anymore. Which is great if you're like us, because somebody in our household, it wasn't me, but I won't say who, somebody opened our trunk in our garage and it was opened all the way to the highest height and it hit the top of the garage. So our garage is not that tall for our Model Y. And we got a little bit of a ding and a scratch on the trunk. And luckily we have a spoiler. shout out EV Base. And by the way, if your car doesn't have a spoiler and you want to add a spoiler on, this carbon fiber matte finish looks OEM, and it's a really high quality one. It's just adhesive, super easy to put on. I'll put a link down below. But if you're like us and had that happen to you, if you now have this location-based trunk opening, you don't got to worry about opening your trunk too high in your garage and getting a dent in this area. And for the Cybertrucks, there's no trunk height to open, but you can actually customize your front height opening based on location with the Cybertruck, which is pretty cool. But I feel like a Cybertruck frunk doesn't really open that tall anyway, but still a useful feature. Going back to navigation, we now have an option to avoid highways with this new spring software update, which I guess is pretty cool. If you want to take the scenic route, enjoy some of the side roads, you have the option to avoid highways. We also now get keyboard languages. I didn't know we didn't have this, but now you can switch between different language input methods on your touchscreen if you go to controls, display, and keyboards. Now this next one's a big one for you road trippers and you campers. You may or may not have known that kind of recently, Tesla disabled the outlets in the cars once the cars are off. So if you are like us and you had a powered fridge that you'd plug into the trunk or the outlet in your trunk, if your car was off, that fridge would no longer be running. However, we are now getting a new feature called the Keep Accessory Power On. So if you want to use the USB ports or the phone chargers or the low voltage outlets while your car is off, you can now do that again. So like I said, if you're out camping and have that powered fridge in your sub trunk, it will be on the whole time, whether you're in the car or outside the car and the car is off. It's on. And if you don't have that fridge, again, I'll leave a link down below. If you are a camper or a road tripper, this is an amazing accessory. We love ours, and I'll leave a link down below for you guys with the discount code to save some money as well. And again, shout out EV Base. So those are the bigger updates with this new spring update. Tesla has a list of minor updates as well. I'll just read them off for you guys. The media search results are now filtered by sources, providing faster and more streamlined access to content. You can now shuffle an entire Apple Music playlist that contains more than 100 songs. You can easily scroll through your Sirius XM favorites by tapping the steering wheel button left or right. You can sign in with your Amazon Music free account. This does require premium connectivity or an active Wi-Fi connection. You can see what song will play next on YouTube Music playlists in the up next view of the media player. And if your hotspot is enabled, it will automatically connect it to your vehicle once you start driving, so you won't have to reconnect each time. So I'm very excited to get this update, hopefully in the next few weeks here, especially the feature that, like I said, on a road trip, if you tap a supercharger, you can just see what's around it all in that one menu. I am very curious and excited to see what that menu will look like. So that is what is all included in the upcoming 2025 spring update. I'll leave a link down below from the X post from Tesla where I got all this information from, so you can see it for yourself. But thank you all for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.